What's up guys, I'm Chris Doughty, aka Dowtonator. I've got a tune from Mark Packer, channel member. I'm going to try this car right now. I've driven a couple of laps with it, but nothing more. This is the Honda RA car, so this is quite an interesting one. That's why I chose to do it straight away. I'm going to show you the tune right now. This is what Mark provided for me. I'm going to review this car right now. I'm going to run a race live on screen. I'm going to go over the build afterwards to see, after driving the car, to see what changes I'd like to make on this car, and we'll see if we can make any improvements. So the race we're going to do is the World Touring Car 600 Tokyo Expressway. Now this is a race that I rarely do. It is probably the hardest of all of the money grinding races in Gran Turismo 7. 12 laps, and let's see what we can do. It's going to start off wet, as the race always does. About lap number 2 or 3 the track dries out a little bit. From what I understand, we can run fuel map maximum, no stop strategy, which is quite rare. Now being in the RA car, it's going to be a bit interesting. It's a completely different car to what the other drivers are using in this race. We're on the sports soft tyres, I believe. Yeah, look at the fuel. We've got plenty of fuel to run for this race. So I'm going to get the radar on to try and avoid these guys. Feeling right now good top speed, it looks like. A bit sketchy in the puddles maybe. Now I know we have to brake very early in this car from the couple of laps practice that I've done with this. There will be no wall riding in today's video. Let me know about wall riding, guys. I'm interested to hear your thoughts and feedback on that, because I'm not sure that's racing, but I'm going to try it out. As always guys, I'm open to anything really, but right now we need to get this one done, and I feel a little bit too low in this car. Oh, a bit of understeer there. So this car isn't built for grip, but I think it's built for fuel efficiency and high top speed. Need to get our eye into this one. Maybe as the track dries out, we're going to start to get better with the car. But right now we just need to get the flow, and I think we've got a bit of a mismatch for our pace versus the AI driver's pace around some of the corners here. Well, that's pretty nice. Oh, that floats very nicely. A little bit of a slide there from the rear of the car. Getting them Grand Prix Legend vibes back from this car here. Old school simulator from what I used to play back in the day. Tell you what guys, I'm forgetting how to drive Tokyo, that's for sure. There is a dry line, and I'm missing that dry line quite often. So let's try and get our eye in here. Let's give this build a bit of justice. Get the car stopped, then there's big straight here. Now we aren't going to be pitting at all, and most of the other drivers in this race will be pitting, so I'm going to sneak to the inside. Huge delay on the gear shift, which is perfectly the nature for this car anyway. And then we're going to wind this car up for some serious top speed down the main straight. Now I'm going to watch the gap to the leader to see if we are losing or gaining. We're currently losing time to the leader on the straight, but is that going to stabilise as we get up to the higher speeds in this car? Now looking at it now, it's still losing a bit of time to leader, but we are tanking along at nearly 300 kilometers an hour. We're north 300 kilometers an hour now, and stabilising the lead now. So this is good top speed in this car. Braking just before the 200, I think, just because a bit scared of it, to be honest. And the track is still a little bit wet. Now, this is a really nice car to drive, I've got to say guys. It's got a bit of float to it, which I really enjoy. It's a real driving car. It's not throw it around the wall and just brain out kind of a car. You've got to find the grip. Got to stay on that dry line. And here we are. We're starting to pull it back now, guys. Watch out for that puddle on the left there. There we go. It's thrown. The Tokyo Expressway is a formidable place. The barriers are so close. Punishing. So 14 seconds off the lead of this race. As always guys, we're playing on hard difficulty. It's what we do. We try everything out on hard difficulty just to see how things go, and that is deep. Oh, we just sent that Audi into the barrier. Tried to send it on the outside and that didn't work out. That helped us completely actually, guys. If you've got a build you'd like me to try out, I've got a few queued up already, guys, but let me know in the comments, because I might turn this into a bit of a feature on my channel where I try out builds that have been submitted by viewers and see how they work out, whether they are fun builds just for driving enjoyment, or whether they are builds that are just dedicated to making the fastest possible race times. And yeah, still just maybe lost 1 second to the leader on that lap, but that's not bad considering we are not going to be pitting in this race. Slipstream from the, what's that, Subaru, blown by the outside of the Toyota there. 2 minutes 15 is the lap time. I think I can bring that down a little bit. Sports soft tyres, lap 3, a little bit of wear. Could be a problem later on in the race for tyre usage, but we'll figure it out. Oh, closing speed is massive. I'm going to have to send it. Oh, we're safe. I thought I was going to rear end that Porsche then. Yeah, double shift by mistake there. I think I've got away with it. Tyres on the telemetry, I'm looking at the telemetry right now. It's not going to be recorded on the screen for you, but I have it on my dashboard ahead of me, and we are cold on tyre temperatures. Just really not getting any tyre temperatures in with the wet conditions. This is a really good car to drive, guys. I'm really enjoying driving this one. Oh, that's close. Okay, we're starting to gain back on the lead now. Purple sector. Scared that Porsche into a crash again. Another car going wide at that difficult right-hander. Yeah, so now we're down to 14 seconds. So we have pace over the leader in this race. Not a huge amount of difference. I'm going to send it on the brakes. I think we maybe are involuntarily. Oh, he's gone deep on the brakes there. Someone's coming back. Oh, this is chaos. Absolutely pinched in that sandwich there. It's going to be interesting, guys, because the leaders are going to pit. I'm not going to pit at all. I'm not sure how this is going to play out. I can't remember the pit stop times at this track. Oh, I need to avoid that puddle on the outside, but we just about do that. You know what, guys, I think I can push this car a lot harder than I think. I need to have the confidence to drive the car, push through the car when it's floating a bit. Don't downshift as often, don't scrub too much speed on the corner entries, and have the confidence in the lightweightness of the car. Wow, 1.8 up. That's huge. So yeah, we are just starting to creep back on the leader, but we're not making significant inroads into that gap, but we're not pitting, so we're going to go for the hare and the tortoise strategy here. Just getting that car wound up on the corner exit, so 0.7 up, but we're probably not going to make it to 0.7 across the line. So Gallo has pitted. That's an interesting one, because I think Gallo in that NSX, I think he has to pit twice, so he's usually out of the running. But Susuilo is still really quite far ahead. So what we got? Oh, that was so close to best lap of the race. You know what, guys? We can get the best lap of the race in this lap here. We're going to push it a little bit more and just get ourselves going purple. And we'll see what we can do. Just before the 200 is the braking reference point at the end of the main straight into turn 1. Down to second gear. Continue braking around the first corner, because the corner just hangs on for so long. Back down to second gear for the second part. Maybe I can carry third through there. I might try that in the next lap. And then I need to be brave through this section here. Just a little bit of a blend off the throttle, just to get the car tucked in. I'm not going to shift up here because I don't want to be too wide to hit the puddle. At the 100 braking, down one gear, flowing through this left and then a right. This is so good, guys. When there's no traffic around at Tokyo, it feels really good to drive. Oh, I'm wide there, that's bad. I'm on the wet part. Laps of concentration, that's going to throw that lap time away. Being on that grippy part of the track is important. Tyres are still pretty cold, to be honest. Telemetry is showing me that they're all blue in the 57 degree range. So tyre temperatures aren't a problem at all. It's such a lightweight car, to be honest, so we're not going to be generating the tyre temperatures. And here we are now, we're closing up on second place, and we're 11 seconds to the lead of this race here. So we are starting to really pull this one back. We're going to leave it in the first gear to come out of this corner. I think that pulled a little better actually. And again, we're going to lose out on the best lap because we are slow on the first part of the back straight, main straight actually. And Siswillo is going to pit, so that is interesting. That is going to be his pit stop. Checking the. We got plenty of fuel left. In fact, we need to use a higher fuel map than we even can. So, okay, so just the Japanese driver in the lead of this race. I'm not sure when they are going to pit. I assume they're going to pit. I've not done Tokyo for such a long time. I don't know the routine for the other drivers, but this is going to be the fastest lap of the race for us. We're going to do what we should have done last time. Second gear, braking around the first corner. Nice bit of slide on corner exit there. That's his carry third gear now. Yeah, that worked really well. A little bit of a bog on corner exit, carrying third gear out of there, but you don't have to shift up. The shifting up in this car, it takes a long time. Oh boy. Oh, we've got on the wet part. That is my bad. Bad driving, that is. I've kind of got away with it. I guess in real life we would have written off the suspension on the car for sure, but through this series of corners is where this car comes alive compared to the other cars in the race. And we're going to make sure we need to stay on the dry part of the track and send it around the outside, I think. Got the wet there, that's not ideal. I need to try an RX-7, you know, guys. I've not really done an RX-7 build for a while, so make sure you subscribe to the channel for that. We're going to get an RX-7 done in the future, maybe with a 787B engine swap. I might have one or two of those in my pocket. If you know, you know. Let me know in the comments, guys. Oh, I might have missed the braking reference point there. We just about got that stopped. I just glanced up to see 150. You should normally be braking just before 150, and that was a slightly scary moment. Too busy playing with the MFD. Yeah, but look at the power some of the high power cars have on corner exit. We can't compete with those, but we get them done in the twisty section, and he's going to be pitting, so that is his pit lap. Only one stop for him, I think, in the race. So that's going to leave us clear in the lead. 8 laps done. Looking at tyre wear, we should be good on tyre wear. We are more than good enough on fuel. Everybody else into the pit, so this is going to leave us clear. This is becoming now a time trial to the end of the race. Make sure we don't make any errors. And damn, we need to get that fastest lap of the race, surely. Now we're going to win this one on strategy. I'm pretty sure this car is just sipping that fuel very, very delicately. And what we're going to be across the line, 0.2 off of my best, 0.3 off of the best. I'm losing 0.7 on the first part of that straight, guys. I need to really just gain enough time to be significantly ahead. We need to be 1 second up at least. Right, let's do this. Braking around the corner. There we go. Keeping the car on the dry. Lap by lap, we should be getting drier and drier with the track, but I don't think the racing line is getting any drier. A bit of a slide on there. Too many gear changes, I think. That was nice on the corner exit there. Just start to feel the car float a little bit. That was really good through there. Absolutely ideal. Oh yeah, we're starting to get a feel for the car now. 1.9 up. This is the region where we need to be in, guys. Patiently. Right, this one could be on it, guys. Let's see how this one plays out. Exiting the hairpin. It needs to be braking just before the 150. The sun's a little bit in my eyes now to try and catch those braking marker boards. That was much better now. Oh, miles up now. We should be able to get there and smash out fastest lap of the race. And we're going to continue to do that lap after lap to finish this race off. 20 minutes on the race clock. So let's call it 2 minutes each lap. Let's do the math, guys. Let's try and predict. So it is fastest lap of the race. We have got the fastest lap of the race, so that is all good. Now we need to just continue to do 3 more of those, bring it home, and see what the race time is, guys. Let me know in the comments if you've got a race time prediction for me. I wonder if we can carry third gear around the first corner, actually. Might be a bit ambitious. Yeah, I think third gear would be a bit of a push around turn 1. Turn 2 is okay. We're going to flow through here and get just a bit of a lift. It feels good going fast through these corners with the car just floating a little bit. It's actually a really enjoyable car, guys. Braking at the 100. Whoa, a bit of over rotation there. Now this is something that I'm starting to feel now, and that is rear tyre wear. Maybe I could change brake bias to save those rears a little bit. Maybe it's too late. You know what, we're going to try. We're going to save those rear tyres a bit because I need to really get to the end of this race. So I need to be careful putting a lap on these guys. I don't crash into them or cause a problem, because at Tokyo the clean race bonus is a bit sketchy. I'm not fully up to speed with it, to be honest, guys, so I will be looking into it in a bit more detail. But we're going to send it around the outside. Get that move done. Bit sketchy, but yeah, to see the tyres start to just light up a little bit there. So we're definitely running short of rear tyres right now, so a bit of caution is advised. As always, guys, do as I say, not as I do, because very often I don't do the right thing. But it's all for the testing. Down 1 gear through this corner here. Yeah, I can feel the rear start to move around a little bit. But that's just the fun, guys. It's like the rally car at Le Mans. If you're not sliding, you're not having fun. So yeah, tyre temperature wise, we've been cold the whole race. Using the tyre telemetry app, I've got another video on my channel explaining everything you need to know about telemetry. Whether you've got an iOS device or an Android device, you can get telemetry that isn't displayed in Gran Turismo to an Android or iOS device. And here we go, guys, coming across the line now. 26 minutes 40 seconds, going to be under 27 minutes for the race time for this one, and across the line, and we're going to get the win. And that car was really enjoyable to drive. I really enjoyed that, moving the car around, using a car that's quite rare, quite unexpected. So yeah, 26 minutes 48 seconds is the race time. 2 minutes 10 is the fastest lap time, and that was a no-stop strategy, so I really enjoyed doing that one. And right, we're going to get the win. It's going to give us not a clean race bonus. I'm not entirely sure why. There's probably some car impact there, maybe a barrier impact. So Tokyo is a difficult race to get clean race bonus. So the car settings, this is the MP600 PP setup. So my thoughts initially, the body ride height, I would probably use lower front ride height than rear ride height. It's just, for me, always like the car to be a little bit lower at the front than the rear. LSD wise, the car felt pretty good with the way the LSDs were working, so I don't think they need to change that too significantly. But looking at the PP rating, yeah, we are detuned on power, and we've got quite a bit of ballast. What we could do is change the ballast to be actually a little bit more the other way. Trying to aim for that 50-50 weight distribution. And actually the PP is going down, so oh, that's a bit too far actually. 50-50 is what we're looking for. That just makes the car more stable on turn-in and corner entry, and that's given us a bit of headroom to either bump up the power a little bit, which is going to work really good for us. It's the high RPM turbocharger already, and I would probably, I don't know, have them for the car, but the trouble is with the sports medium tyres, you'd be reducing the grip a little bit, might make it a little bit sketchy, but you're going to get the power, so that'll be an interesting thing to do. But for me, I would probably just bump up the power a little bit to try and get that 600 back. Maybe you can go up on that one, just playing that numbers game. So these are the things that I would change to just get the car, I think, a little bit more to my liking. You're getting more power out of the car because the ballast positioning is more central, more 50-50 weight distribution. It should be a bit more safe and stable between on throttle and off throttle. You won't get that over rotation pendulum effect when you've got a much more rearward bias. So that'd be my recommendations. Feel free to go and try them out. I'd be interested to know your feedback on those. But overall, I really enjoyed driving this car. It's a really good build for this World Touring Car 600 at Tokyo Expressway. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.